welcome to today's episode of the Truly Amazing Women Show. I'm Hope Katz Gibbs, your host and founder of Inkandescent Incorporated, the PR and publishing company dedicated to helping women-owned businesses glow and grow. Thank you so much for being with us today, for we have an exceptional guest on the show, psychotherapist Silvia Stenitzer. Hello, Silvia.
Hello, Hope.
I'm
Well
so
done.
Yeah, I'm so excited you're here because this summer we're going to launch your show on the Inkandescent Radio Network, Soul Action. It will include amazing guided meditations that will open your heart, engrave your mind, body, spirit, and soul. And you are just so amazing. I have had the honor of knowing Silvia for almost a year. She was my teacher at Body Mechanics School of Massage, and she taught us ethics and psychology of the body, and it was just amazing. So let's get started. Silvia, tell us about yourself. You started your career as a massage therapist before becoming a psychotherapist. So tell us about that path.
Oh, yes. And I want to make this, sweet and short. Uh, Basically, my passion all my life was the body, or is the body and people. And the funny thing is that I am basically also scared of people. But I love people, and I love I love the body. And so that's how I started out as a massage therapist. As you know, Hope, uh, in massage school, we learn a lot about the body. And it's such a miracle, and it's such a gift. I mean, without the body, we are nothing. I want to honor this incredible, miraculous system, or what is it? Yeah, that moves us around, that lets us talk and feel and do things. So,
Quite the vehicle we have at our disposal every day. And they teach us in my massage school, as we're being tested about what we're putting in our heads, have this cheat sheet, right? You've got your
yes.
scapulas and your shoulder girdle, and and it's a beautiful thing. But let's talk
Yeah.
about your work as a psychotherapist, which
Yeah.
also is so impressive and enchanting.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about some of the modalities that you use that I've found really helpful: art therapy and psychodrama.
Yes. So it comes back to the passion for the body. And I call my work on my website psychotherapy with the body in mind. Because, I mean, it's not a big stretch to know what I'm going to say now, is our emotions and thoughts and behaviors are actually physiologically and physically based. So there is no separation in our makeup between the body and the mind. They originate within our nervous system, within our cells, and they are very physical. So we can work with our emotions in a physical way to understand them physically first in the body. However, and then it is important to make meaning out of them. And that's what Eugene Gendling, who was also Austrian, I'm Austrian, Eugene Gendling had to emigrate and flee the Nazis from Vienna in the 30s, and he came to America. I don't know where he ended up, but he was a professor, amazing person. And he created that point, he coined the term felt sense. I think people know about that, the felt sense of. He defines it as the raw, direct experiencing of the body that experiences a situation or a memory before we put words to it. So that is that felt sense of. However, then he also goes on to say, then with mindful attention, we can create meaning from that experience. And so that's the integration, right? And that's a lifelong adventure.
Part of that adventure really is going deeper in, and you use psychodrama, right?
Yes.
And I've had the opportunity to explore that
Yeah.
experience, and
Yeah.
also art therapy to access stuff that's sort of
Yes.
stuff that we can't quite
Yes.
understand. Talk a little bit about
Yes. So psychodrama is dynamic group process. And psychodrama means soul in action. And I think that's why I basically, maybe I don't want to say stole, but got my name for soul action, because I'm a passionate psychodramatist. It was put into life by a man named Jacob Moreno, who also lived in Vienna at the time of Freud. He was a contemporary of Freud. And there is a little story, of course, we don't know if it's totally true, but that they two met, and then that Moreno was supposed to have said to Freud, "You you analyze people's dreams, and I encourage people to live their dreams." Something like that. Freud and Moreno and all these people it's like 2 centuries ago, nearly already, talked about the unconscious, and Carl Jung, the collective unconscious and our personal unconscious, subconscious, which there is the thing that we cannot really get to it with our conscious mind. We cannot think our way into the unconscious. We can let it emerge. And this is where the psychodrama method comes in. Theater, drama therapy, art therapy, music, movement, dance. That's how we access this information. And then we have it out here, and then we can think about it and say, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Now I know more about myself, or why I do things, what makes me do.
Tell us, so you grew up in Austria, and one of the things I love about you is, I feel like I'm talking to Freud. I love your accent. I love your
Yeah.
So tell me if, how you got here. How did you get from Austria to Santa Fe? And
Yes.
people can know a little bit about your background.
Yes. Okay. So, as I said, I wrote about this a lot of many times. I had the opportunity. I went to Southwestern College to get my master's in counseling, and I uh, graduated there in 2006. And there was sometimes the question, what brought you to Santa Fe? And I always say that coming here saved my life. It's very dramatic, but it's the truth for me. I said I was following my heart and soul. That is all I can say. And it was difficult because I always was a good girl, and I was the firstborn in my family. And there's a tradition, it's changing a little bit, but Austria is, there's the firstborn has a lot of expectations. I think in every culture, maybe, unconsciously or consciously. And so the unconscious and conscious expectation in Austria is that the firstborn takes over the family business. And then the others can do more or less what they want, the other siblings. So that was put on me, and my family had 2 hotels. They were very successful, and it was expected for me to take them over. And I was good at this. I'm a service person. I love people. I'm scared of people. It goes together. So long story short, I just couldn't do it, and I had to leave. And this was dramatic, to disappoint my parents. And I think that's part of the journey. Often is the separation, to really own our calling. And I had to put an ocean between me and my family, even though there's a lot of love. So I made it, and Santa Fe is my home. It's my soul home. I found my tribe here.
Talk a little bit about Santa Fe, and you've been here for decades. How has it changed? And how has the world changed from a psychotherapy perspective as well? So we pull these two concepts together.
Yes. So Santa Fe, when I came here, for me, I'm sorry, when I came, it was like a fairy land. I arrived in January '89, and it was snowing, and I met a person, a man from Germany, and he brought me to Chimayo on the second day I arrived here. And I thought I've been transported to a different planet. I just came straight from Vienna, basically. It was super different. But I fell in love with this place. And what I felt here, I met people immediately of the healing arts. I met acupuncturists and massage therapists and seekers, people who were on their journey and sharing that. It's a harsh environment, I feel, from the climate here. And this year especially, we all suffered with all this, with the fires and the loss of wildlife, and oh my God, all of that. But all in all, we are very high up. It's 7,200 feet. So there's a different, I feel it's a different climate. And it's harsh. It shows everything in the sense of we are forced, that's my experience, forced to live from within. There's not much distraction here. And it's a beautiful sky, but it's demanding on the psyche. It's a powerful.
The world is changing, which is why we need your guided meditation so that we can stay grounded, stay in that green zone of our parasympathetic nervous
Yes,
system.
yes.
So would you
Okay.
do us the honor of taking us on a guided?
Yes, we can do that. But yes, absolutely. So dear Hope and everyone who is listening, maybe you can have a nice exhale and find a comfortable seat. So if you are seated, let the chair support your body. Just feel your buttocks on the chair, feel your spine and your back held by the back of your chair, and allow your arms to be held by the chair. And allow for a moment to leave the external world outside. Turn inward. And notice what's happening in your body right now. Again, there's nothing to do, just to be and to receive what's happening in your body right now. Notice if there are any emotions present at this time, thoughts, feelings, sensations. And then gently, kindly rest your attention on your breath as it is flowing in and out without any of your willful effort, without any of your conscious attention, really. It gently rises and falls. So allow yourself for this moment to luxuriate in the tender exquisiteness of your breath. Luxuriate in the beauty of your breath, the texture, the rhythm, and the sound of your breath. Maybe you can experience joy and pleasure in your breathing. Breath can calm our nervous system. It can also energize, which it does, and it can help heal our just by simply breathe. And now I invite you for 1, 2, or 3 breaths that you breathe with deep compassion for yourself. When you inhale, inhale with compassion for yourself. You can deeply inhale into your belly and then up into your diaphragm and all the way up with deep compassion for yourself. And then the exhale starts from the heart and lungs down to the diaphragm into the belly and exhaling fully, emptying out the last drop of breath before the next inhale happens, while you breathe with deep compassion for yourself. So maybe it's 1 or 2 times on your own, breathing with compassion. And if it's right for you, you can place a hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, or both hands on your belly, however it feels right for you. The warmth of your hand remind you to be compassionate with yourself. And very gently and kindly, you can allow your body to move yourself back into the outer world, maybe with a deeper connection to yourself after this very short breathing experiment.
I love it. And I don't want to break the. So check back for more. Soulactionradio.com will take you directly to Silvia's guided meditation. You can watch this interview on trulywomen.tv and on inkandescentradio.com. Thank you, dear Silvia.
Thank you, Hope, and thank you, everyone who is willing to consciously breathe and be compassionate with yourself. I think that's a big one.
Especially now, especially all. So here's
Yeah.
the compassion.
Thank
And
you.
here is you. Thank you, Silvia. We will be excited to hear more. So thank you, everyone, for listening. Welcome again to soulactionradio.com. I'm Hope Katz-Gibbs, the founder of Inkandescent Inc., a PR and publishing company dedicated to helping women and everyone grow and glow.
Yes.
We'll
Grow
see
and flow. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much for being part of our Inkandescent Radio and TV family. This is Hope Katz-Gibbs, founder of Inkandescent Incorporated, the PR and publishing company for women entrepreneurs. We invite you to discover and peruse all the Inkandescent Incorporated websites, the magazine for women, by women, about women, incandescentwomen.com. Our health and wellness magazine is beincandescent.com, the business of mind, body, spirit, soul, and heart. Our YouTube channel is incandescent.tv, and you can learn about our PR and book publishing services at incandescent.us. If you'd like to have your own radio and video show, check us out at incandescentradio.com, where you can see what we can do for you. These podcasts are also featured on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Our podcasts are produced by Brandy Wilsker. Our videos are produced by Nelson Benavides. Our website developer is Max Cucoy, and our incandescent illustrator and designer is Michael Glenwood Gibbs. Here is to your incredible, indelible, incandescent success. Much love and many